You've got the great Victorian mansions on the right-hand side, these days not owner-occupied, they're largely the headquarters of various companies. We come now to the shopping district of Queen's Road. On the left, the Victoria Rooms, and that was from 1841, an assembly rooms for the city, where they held all their social gatherings. Charles Dickens, Oscar Wilde both gave readings there, and it's these days the headquarters of the University Music Department, though it still does hold concerts and exhibitions occasionally. And opposite it, the Royal West of England Academy of Art. That's still the centre of artistic activity in Bristol, with its own school still operating, and also its own art gallery. It's one of the attractions that keeps a bohemian air to Clifton. But this was very much the upper class shopping area of Bristol, right up I suppose till the 1960s, when Broadmead started to develop and a lot of the businesses moved down to there. These days they cater largely for the student market. You can see from the style of the buildings that there was a very prestigious past to this area, this ornate stonework. We've got a captive student audience because one of our universities is just a little bit way ahead. We've got 30,000 students in Bristol these days. On the left, Brown's Restaurant. That was originally the City Museum, and it's designed to look like the Doge's Palace in Venice. And when it was bombed in the war, they moved the exhibits that survived to join the art gallery in this building designed by a member of the Wills family. And then towering above it from the 1920s, you've got the Wills Memorial Building. That's designed to commemorate H.O. Wills, who'd given a huge amount of money to found the university in the first place. And it sits really splendidly on the brow of the hill behind us as we go down. It's been cleaned up, so it looks particularly impressive at the moment. It's one of the last major Gothic buildings in the country. Park Street, said to be the steepest shopping street in the British Isles, which you can believe if you've ever walked up it. It's pretty much restored after the damage of the war to its late Victorian state, but again, these days catering largely for its student market. We've got two contrasting Bristol artists at the bottom. From the early 19th century, we've got Edward Hodges Bailey, who did the frieze around the top of the Masonic building. He also did the statue of Nelson in Trafalgar Square. He's 19th century. And then from the 21st century, our contemporary artist, Banksy, with his drawing of a gentleman trying to escape an enraged husband. We've got several Banksy drawings around the city. This is where he started. But on to College Green, with the Lord Mayor's Chapel, originally a medieval foundation, on the left. The Abbey of St Augustine's, now the Cathedral, on the south of College Green. And behind us the Council House, which was opened in 1956. That was designed by Edwin Lutyens, who also did design New Delhi and the Fleetbar Memorial and the Cenotaph in Whitehall. The statue of Queen Victoria behind us was said to be one of her favourite statues. She came to the city in 1899 and made our mayor into a Lord Mayor at that point. We're on to the centre to remind you that this was open to the river up until 1939, one of the major quays of the city along either side. A major part of the harbour when it was first built. And the Hippodrome, when that opened, you'd have come out of there onto the waterfront. The Hippodrome is where a lad called Archie Leach started his career. He went on to Hollywood and became Cary Grant. He was a call boy working at the Hippodrome in his early teens. It's also where Eddie Cochran, the rock star, played his last concert. And having left, done a week of engagements there, he was driving back to Heathrow and was killed in a car crash at Chippenham.
You went there later, did you?
And then looking up to the left here, you'll see the Colston Hall. That's our other major concert hall in the centre of the city. It's still the main venue for orchestral concerts, although it no longer takes the very biggest pop concerts, which generally go to Cardiff, where they can seat more people. On the right of us you can see a statue of Edward Colston. Colston's got a rather checkered reputation in Bristol these days because we've got lots of streets and buildings named after him. He gave vast sums of money for schools and almshouses, various other charitable institutions, but he made his money from the slave trade. He was a director of the Royal African Company, and that has rather blemished his reputation in recent years. But the area we're driving over now has the River Frome running underneath. There would have been a bridge over it when it was open to the air. The bridge is just about the point we're coming up to now, and you'd have come down the streets to the right here. Look back, you can see Christmas steps, very narrow entrance there. Still a street of shops there, but that was the main entrance into Bristol, right up until the late 18th century. So everybody coming down into the city would have ridden down or walked down those steps and gone across the bridge and then into the city on the other side of the river. The various buildings on the left, white friars and black friars, recording the fact that just outside the old city we had 4 orders of friars based. These are medieval preachers, and we had the black friars who were the Dominicans, we had the white friars who were the Carmelites, the brown friars who were the Augustinians, and the grey friars who were the Franciscans. And they all had establishments just outside the city. Apart from preaching to the people, one service they did provide was that if you were locked out of the city at curfew, which was at 9 o'clock, they would provide you with a bed for the night. We had some pretty disreputable characters who lived just outside of the old city.